Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dominic here from Media Glitch. So, the Avengers Age of Ultron, the hit film that was definitely an okay follow-up to the first Avengers, just dropped on DVD and Blu-ray last week. So I thought it would be a good idea to revisit the titular series Age of Ultron I know, right? That the movie is based on, that has the same title, so I figured it'd be cool to go back and revisit it. Age of Ultron was published, of course, by Marvel. It was a 10-issue miniseries, a big, huge summer mega event, huge crossover, written by one of the best writers in the biz, Brian Michael Bendis. You probably know him from Powers and Ultimate Spider-Man. It was also illustrated by Brian Hitch, Carlos Pacheco, Brandon Peterson, a ton of other guest artists. It's just an event so big that it needed more than one artist. So here's what happens, okay? Ultron has defeated everybody. A lot of heroes are dead, a lot of people are dead, cities under siege, and this is not a spoiler because this is how the first comic starts. So you have this ragtag group of heroes that are left trying to defeat an already beaten situation. So of course they use the superhero fix-all of time travel. As always, whenever you don't like something and the chips are down, just go back and forth through time, just mess around. But guess what, you guys? Butterfly effects, that means that there's consequences, and that is one of the best things that happen out of this series. One of the best highlights, the first one, was that Brian Michael Bendis introduces this concept. He plants the seed in Avengers Volume 4 back in 2009 that time is a living thing, that it is a living type of entity that if you keep messing around with it, you poke holes in it, it's gonna eventually break and chaos is just gonna ensue, okay? So that happens. The other highlight I want to point out is they introduce Angela. Now, who the heck is Angela, you might be asking? Well, it's not Angela from Who's the Boss. Angela was an angelic bounty hunter that would kill hellspawns. And hellspawns are from an entirely different publication. You might remember Spawn from the 90s, you know, Image Comics, right? So how did an Image character get into Marvel Comics? Well, writer Neil Gaiman co-created Angela, won a lawsuit against Todd McFarlane and Image Comics. So he has this character, and so he's like, well, I can't do anything with this character. I guess I'll just inject her into Marvel. And so that was a big deal. The next best highlight is they really, this is my favorite part of the series, is that they make Hank Pym cool. I love Hank Pym. And a lot of people could probably care less about Hank Pym, especially comics guys, but they really show that he is just more than this background Avenger. You know, that the dream roster is always like Thor and Iron Man and Captain America, and you kind of maybe think about Hank Pym. But Hank Pym, he was the first Ant-Man. He was the first Yellow Jacket. He was the first Giant Man. He created Ultron, this killer robot. And so they show what a cool character he is in the Marvel Universe, that him not being there is just not good for anybody. So he's an important guy. So one of the good things I liked about this series overall is the artwork. Brian Hitch starts off this series. It's amazing artwork. It's very cinematic. It's very big. And then it has a bunch of other artists that highlight the different eras and aspects of the story that they're trying to tell. The bad of the story, I would say, is that even though it's a huge mega event, it is not a self-contained story. What I found with events and comics is they just lead to other events. And for that reason alone, I am going to give this series 4 hot dogs out of 5. Let's see those hot dogs. That's right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know I'm still being generous, but the reason why I'm giving it 4 and not 3 is that Brian Michael Bendis introduces something really cool, that he kills everybody in real continuity. Like, it's not an alternate reality or a parallel dimension. People die and there's consequences, and it happens right off the bat. And I just liked it. I thought it was interesting. So what's similar about the Age of Ultron movie and Age of Ultron the comic? Well, guess what? Not a whole lot. It's everything you love about the title. So
do they find out Ultron's age?
No, they don't find out his age. But what they really do is they show the movie version kind of derives the story from Avengers Volume 3, issues 19 through 22, written by Kurt Busiek, illustrated by George Perez. It's a story called Ultron Unlimited, where he goes into a Baltic country, invades it, kills a bunch of people, uses a bunch of Ultron drones, and the Avengers go to stop him. And so that's kind of more like it. It's one of my favorite Ultron stories. Highly recommend you check that one out. So with that being said, I'm doing a special giveaway. So if you are watching on YouTube, you just have to go into the comments section and write what is your favorite Ultron moment or Ultron story in the comics. Best answer wins the first issue of Age of Ultron and the last issue free of charge. Thanks a lot, you guys, for watching. I'm Dominic. Thanks for watching Media Glitch.